one of the researchers in Masdar Institute of Technology and one of the leaders in their programs related to the CubeSats and satellites. So please welcome our presenter.
To infinity and beyond. Before I start, my name is Abdallah Sharif, and I am a master's student and a researcher at Masdar Institute, and also part of the space lab, Yahsat Space Lab at Masdar Institute. We are building our first satellite, Nano satellite, and which will be launched in 2018. Also, I experienced microgravity by parabolic flight. If you are interested to know more, you can talk to me after the event. Now, let's start our talk. At the end of this talk, you will know how can you, as a normal person, be part of the space race. How can you contribute to the space race? But before that, let's see the motivation behind space exploration and why is it important. This is an island. People were living in this island peacefully, but there were few people, troublemakers, were very curious. They want to see what is beyond the horizon. They want to see what's beyond the horizon. So they build ships. They want to explore the surroundings. They discovered new islands for the first time. People started living in this new island, and then they started using its resources. They didn't stop. They continued to explore other things. They found another set of islands. So now those people are living in multi-islands. They expanded their existence, and they will not stop. They will continue. Nice story, right? I will tell you the same story now, but with newer version. This is the Earth. We are all living in this Earth. For decades, for centuries, people fall in love with the sky and the stars, and they were curious. Same thing. They built their rockets in order to explore and visit other planets. Finally, people lived in different planets with the advancement of the technologies. So, the planets, the Earth is the island, the space is the sea, and the rocket is the ship. Same scenario is happening again, and it will happen again. Why? Seriously, why? Because we are curious. Curiosity is in our nature. We are driven to explore the unknowns, to discover new worlds, to push our boundaries. When we were 1 month old, we started to explore our surroundings by looking as our sight develops. And then by month 4, we started exploring the object and texture. Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it cool? Is it warm? And then by the end of month 5, you started looking at the object. We look at this, okay? And then imagine what will happen. We test it by our mouth. Naturally, this will happen at the end. And then by month 10 or 11, we'll start standing, and then we'll start exploring bigger areas. And this, of course, will lead to exploring other things. It is in our DNA at the end. Okay. Second reason why we need space exploration. Resources. All our resources for all humans are limited to this Earth, inside this red circle. We are limited to the resources that we have, from water, energy, materials, everything inside this little circle. If I told you now, you can go to the mall and you can buy whatever you want, but please don't exceed $100. What are the things that you can buy? Very limited. But if I relax this constraint, I will tell you, you can spend whatever you want. Now, things change. So we'll do the same thing. We want to remove this red circle. We don't have any boundaries. We can get our resources from outer space. Water. Water is the special resource in the Earth, right? Actually, this is not an accurate statement. The liquid state of water is the special thing. There are places in the solar system that they include water, maybe millions times or 100 million times the amount of Earth, the amount of water in the Earth, but it happens to be frozen. This graph shows the amount of water in all states, frozen, etc., compared to the size of the world, different worlds. Now, with our technology advancement, and will come, we can get, of course, the energy from the middle of the solar system, from the sun, and also we can get silicate material from the rocky planets. We can get metals from the asteroid belt. We can get hydrogen, helium from the gas giants. We can get many things with our technology advancement. Now, we come to the real question. How can you, as a normal person, contribute to the space race? Now, for example, people will come to me and they will tell me, I don't want to be an engineer. I would like, for example, to study law. Okay, there is something called space law. Space law is international and national custom that governs human activities in outer space. For decades, governments were handling the operations and the missions in the outer space. But currently, private companies undertaking those things. And when private companies started to deal with those operations, the space now will be open to the public. So sooner or later, we will reach to the stage that we have commercial space travel. And in order to reach this stage, for now, the space law is not mature enough. We have to improve it and make it and develop it. For example, there are certain issues that need to be addressed. The liability of accidents to the spacecraft that we may face, or for example, health insurance for the passenger, and etc. Maybe you know this picture. This is the space debris. Around the Earth, around the orbit, it's very crowded. There are more than 600,000 objects greater than 1 centimeter. Very small fraction, 20,000, we have control of them, but the remaining are orbiting in dead speed. So, for example, International Space Station or bigger satellites routinely maneuver in order to prevent collisions. In 2009, it happened. Two satellites collided for the first time. So, for now, the liability of an accident or damage by space debris is not clear. This is needed to be developed. And also other things, like one of the things like the property rights. For example, if I would like to buy a land on the Mars or to own an asteroid full with iron, etc., something should govern us. Now, another person will come to me. I don't want to be a lawyer or to be an engineer. I want to be a doctor. I want to study medicine. Actually, this is very crucial. We have lack of understanding and knowledge about how our body behaves under microgravity. This image from NASA, it shows how the fluids in our body shrink and expand during space travels, during microgravity, and how to adapt. There are other important issues. You know, because now we expanded to new environments, the harsh environment of the space and the microgravity opens a new and how can I say it? A new field of medical research. It's a new branch of medicine. So, in order to address many things, many important things should be addressed, like the loss of density, bone density, the loss of muscle mass, balance disturbance, balance disorder, sleep disturbance, and loss of eyesight. Many astronauts lost eyesight. They wanted to understand why. Those are questions. The effect of radiations. When you go to the Mars, you will be affected by a lot of radiation. Those should be addressed in order to us to continue space exploration. Now we'll come to the engineers. As an engineer, you will tell me now, I am a student, or I'm an engineer, a normal engineer, but not working with NASA or SpaceX or any other space company. You know what you can do? One of the things that you can do, you can start building and designing nano satellites like CubeSats. What are the CubeSats? As some of you know, they started already building their own CubeSats. CubeSat is a small satellite with a standard sizes. The basic one is 1U, which is the size dimension 10 by 10 by 10 centimeters. And you can have it from 1U till 12U, the sizes. And inside this CubeSat, there are many advanced nanotechnologies subsystems, like computer subsystem, batteries, transceivers, antennas. You count it. You can reach until now they are developing ADCS, attitude determination control system, and etc. This CubeSat will open a whole new world of opportunity for space exploration. Now, big space agencies are using it, utilizing it. From big space agency to a small group of students in schools, not in colleges. You can design CubeSat by two ways. You can design by off-the-shelf components and electronic and structure. You can buy the component and fix it, or you can design from scratch. You can do whatever you want. And then now, what are the applications for the CubeSat? There are many applications. For example, for education and training, it offers an excellent opportunity to design and operate CubeSats, satellites in general also. Also, it's very important for testing new technologies. In every industry, it's very important to test new technology before using it. But for the space industry, it's very difficult. Any failure, you can't go and maintain it. So what we can do, we use CubeSat to test new technologies before putting it in many of very expensive satellites. Also, another important application is scientific research, and also there are missions with biological experiments, remote sensing. We like to test the characteristics of the Earth, the geology, the environment, climate changes, a lot of things. And there are future missions also. We are expecting the application to expand. For example, interplanetary missions. We can send CubeSat to go around the moon, around Mars, or we can do whatever we want. Also, it's expected to send satellite CubeSat to inspect bigger satellites to see the status of the structure. It will help us to decide, do we need to shut it down, send another satellite, or to prevent any struggle. So as you can see, whatever you were doing in the island, you can apply it anywhere else. And I will leave you with this quote. Elon Musk once said, I could either watch it or be part of it. Thank you.